2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So here we are at breakfast, little Texas jalapeno style. The lady was really nice. I asked her if the eggs and potatoes were cooked on the same surface as pork is, and she said possibly the eggs. So she was nice enough to cook the eggs on a different surface, and you'll be surprised. There's a lot of people throughout the country that are willing to do stuff like that. So praise be to Yah. We'll see you on the road.
You said it wasn't cold out here.
It's just a little bit cold. So we made it to the car safely. You can see Victoria got her sweatshirt on. It is a little colder than I thought. But nice day here. We are on our way to Los Lunas. We're gonna go meet up with Casey and Jose. We're gonna go to Los Lunas and we're gonna see the Decalogue stone. It's a Native American artifact or stone that has Paleo Hebrew written on it. It's a nice little hike, so we're gonna have a cool little walk. Praise Yah. So we'll see you with Jose and Casey. Excuse me, sir. Where can I find some Shalom?
You found it!
I'm ready now. Shalom, everyone. These are our brothers. We met them at Sukkot 2023.
Shalom, shalom.
Jose and Casey.
Shalom.
Good to see you all.
Hallelujah. Likewise.
Praise Yah. Praise Yah. So I heard we have a little bit of a hike.
We have about a mile hike. Not too bad.
Okay, let's
Not
do it.
too bad.
Let's do it.
Hallelujah.
It's very hard to come through with a
The
backpack.
narrow path.
But it's our native tribes. That's really what it was, the native Hebrews, because of the writings. But they try to say that it was altered in 1800s, that it wasn't really a legit piece of artifact. But with the writing, you could tell different. There's some Greek in it as well.
And some type of Spanish, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So when Spain lost their crown ship, this land was actually called Nueva España, which means New Spain in English. And the crown ship got re-established here when Otecatoya and Cano Saavedra, they had kids. They remade the crown ship over here in New Mexico. This was called Aztlan, which was an old land, not as Atlantis, but Aztlan. And yeah, so that's where the crown ship redeveloped, was here in New Mexico for the Spaniards. So here you got a lot of Spaniard native blood.
Yeah, I was watching a video on the way here, trying to kind of discredit it, and I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think you got it right.
Oh, did you see
Yeah.
it? Once you see it, it's
I
like,
think there's more to it.
And then, I mean, look, you got the city of Belen, which is Bethlehem, that was still from thousands of years. Just west of Belen, you have Ramah or Ramah. I mean, it just fits the description, you know.
Yeah.
A man from Job from Ute, I believe that's Utah. But yeah, America, we have way too much artifacts here that's been covered up by the Smithsonians, which I believe are working under evil entities. But and then Chaco Canyon is further north is by the four corners of Arizona, Utah, and us. And it's one of the biggest and oldest ruins in the world that's been recorded. And what's awesome about that is it's even broken up into 12 sections, like for the 12 tribes when they were dwelling there. It's beautiful.
Nice.
White Sands, they just had the oldest footprints found in the world is over here in White Sands, just south of us. See, and this is the real Puerco. That was an old river that used to run through all the way down. And that's why I believe they traveled through here and got off and they had dwelt here. But on the top, like I said, it even says Yahweh Elohim written in ancient Hebrew. So I mean, just the writing and the way it's set up, you know, it was one of the tribes that were here, for sure. This they use for soap, and they'll use feed for the animals during winter time. It's called charmiso.
You said chorizo?
Charmiso?
Oh. I was like,
Yeah.
bro, no.
No, not chorizo. We stay away from that.
Yeah.
Then we have Abo Salinas, Abo ruins, and Salinas ruins. Oh my goodness.
What?
They poured oil all over it.
What?
There's the Yod He Vav He. Damn,
Wow.
that's not good. It wasn't like this 8 months ago.
What did they put the hole on for?
Because it shows as defiling it.
Yeah.
They try to defile. And maybe so you can't see the scratches on it to actually date it. Maybe as well.
That's horrible.
It is. Sad.
September 25th, it was not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some friends that came up here for Yom Teruah.
See, and they had a little piece just right here. That was it. What do you think, Aki, of the dating of the writing?
It's hard to tell. You know, I really, there's lots of different interpretations. It's even possible. Well, I'd say, is it possible pre-flood? Maybe not. Maybe with the other languages, probably not.
Because there's already a writing
Yeah.
out, you know, before pre-flood was antediluvian, more pictograph.
Yeah. You know, it's possible. My thoughts maybe was, you know, like I said, I'm not quite on board with this was the promised land.
Uh-huh.
But my thoughts maybe is in the book of 2 Esdras, it said that when they went into dispersion, it said they wanted to go find a new land where no one had ever been inhabited. That way they can keep the commandments that they didn't keep in their own land.
Correct.
To a place called Arzareth, which I thought could be America. And so I was thinking, you know,
Yeah.
and that's why you have the native tribes here. That's why they were wearing the tzitzit. That's why
The fringes
you know,
And
everywhere.
a lot of their feasts match
Yeah.
Yah's feasts.
Yes.
obviously, you know, a lot of the Native American stuff is now mixed with paganism
It
and
is.
Right.
Big time. The blue
New
lady.
Age, or not New Age, but you know, spiritualism, that kind of stuff. So,
Kind of like Christianity and everything else.
oh, the mixture.
Exactly.
That seems to always be the thing, is mixture. Does y'all like mixture?
No,
Not quite.
not even your animals.
But I think it's very possible that the natives were one or a handful of the tribes.
Correct.
You know, I've heard Gad is a high possibility, and maybe even some of the others. but-
Ishitar
Yeah,
is a
yeah,
big one.
yeah.
Because they dwell in tents and don't disturb the land.
Yeah, it's true. So my thought was possibly the people that inhabited this land could have been those people from 2 Esdras 13 going to Arzareth to keep the commandments of Yah that they didn't keep in their own land. So that's just my thoughts.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yes,
Always
sir.
wanted to hold tumbleweed.
Can you tell us about this native plant?
So this is the 7-branched tumbleweed. No.
Did you know people pay money for tumbleweeds? I didn't know that.
It's like, it's famous, you know?
Yeah,
around the
they're like,
country.
I thought that was only in the Western movies. Like, no, come to New Mexico. We got thorns and thistles everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, and part of that I've thought about if this was like where they were keeping commandments and now they're not anymore. This is like the curses of the land being barren. And you know, we noticed driving in, it's a very low poverty.
Yes.
Or high poverty.
Yeah.
Or high poverty. Sorry, low income, high poverty. It's like everyone lives in tiny little houses and just barely has anything. And you can tell that this was fertile at one time.
Yeah.
Like this isn't like sand. This is dust.
It's it's desolate, and that's what I believe. When he's speaking about that, the water's coming out. That's us. Remember in Isaiah 58, as he was saying, as we are the garden that's gonna flow forth. You know, we are that spring. We are the rocks crying out right now, and I believe that's what's going on all around, not just as here in general, but all around. It's beautiful. But it just gets me is on our ancient names like Socorro we still have, which means succor, Sukkot.
Yeah.
San Lorenzo, they say that's where Jacob's ladder was in San Lorenzo Canyon. Just south of that we have the ancient Negev script, and that's all Picto. That's antediluvian. That's what gets me on that. And then we have Ramah, and then the Mississippi. That's what gets me too. Is it has the 7 rivers that run into it. You know, if you look back east, their Nile don't have the 7; it only has 2 that run into it. Memphis, we still have Memphis and Philadelphia, which is here.
Right.
They have the pyramid off of the river coming through Memphis, still as this day. I don't know. So I think this was more antediluvian land. But like I said, when they said the portion of Shem was the middle sliver, I believe this was part of that middle sliver. I really do. That runs all the way to the Middle East as well.
For sure. The other thing, you know, part of the settling in this land is if you look at Solomon's trade routes.
Correct.
And they came through this area.
And we never let them did a gold rush here. California did all around us, but us as natives, we never let it happen here. Cibola is our 7 mountains. That's where the 7 mountains are. It's called Cibola. But yeah, and then we have Abel ruins, ancient ruins, and it's kind of depicted with the big circle and your 4 entrances coming in, like how Father Abraham had it. Just south of that is where we have the Valley of Fire.
Valley of Fire, yeah.
And I believe that's where Tarak, where they came down and actually burnt it, was right there. Because going across that, then you have, that's where 3 rivers, where ancient Negev script is written. And it's right by the Mountain Blanco, the White Mountain, and that's just right across. And when you're starting to look at these pictures, it shows them traveling towards that way. So they say in the pictures when it's bent that they're traveling, when their animals were straight, that they kind of settled there for a while. They weren't moving, and everything was pointing towards there as well. So yeah, I haven't been up there like to actually search once I started getting some of the knowledge. So I really want to go over there and take a good couple weeks and camp out and just kind of see what's going on out there. Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
But,
Let's blow some shofars.
Let's do it. Hallelujah.
You hear that echo?
It's beautiful.
Watching us. Bye.
All right, brothers and sisters. So what's actually written here is the 10 Commandments from Exodus 20. So we're just going to read it and proclaim it here over this land, over the four corners. And Elohim spoke all these words, saying, I am Yahweh Elohika, which have brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim, out of the house of bondage. You shall have no other Elohim before me. You shall not make unto you any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in the heavens above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters under the earth. You shall not bow down yourself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahweh Elohika, am a jealous El, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and guard my commandments. You shall not take the name of Yahweh Elohika in vain, for Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that takes his name in vain. Remember the day of Shabbat, to keep it holy. 6 days shall you labor and do all your work. But the seventh day is the Shabbat of Yahweh Elohika. In it you shall not do any work. You, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your manservant, nor your maidservant, nor your cattle, nor your stranger that is within your gates. For in 6 days Yahweh made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested on the seventh day. Wherefore Yahweh blessed the day of Shabbat, and hallowed it. Honor your father and your mother, that your days may be long upon the land which Yahweh Elohika gives you. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not covet after your neighbor's house. You shall not covet after your neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is your neighbor's. Hallelujah for the righteous commandments of Yahweh Sebaot.
Yeah, a lot of different things was happening, but they started fire worshiping and all that. So that's what I tell a lot of my brothers and sisters, the nativos. I tell them, you're very against the outsiders or the white man, as they say. I say, why do you follow what they brought, their customs?
For sure.
They're like, you know what? Never really thought of that. Like, yeah,
It's like one of those. It's like one of those moments when people says, "Well, your Messiah said, if you love me, keep my commandments. Why aren't we keeping his commandments?" What do you
Slap
say?
in the
What
face.
do you say to that? You know?
Right. Well, and they say no. They did it wrong. John did away with it, and there's only 2. So I said, well, show me, because I must have missed it. You know, it's like, because I have not read where it says that the commandments are done away with, except for these 2. So, and they just kind of don't like
why
that.
isn't Kifa, didn't he say that a lack of your understanding of Paul's writings could be bad for you, you know?
Yeah, it's your own destruction.
Yes, there you go, your own destruction. Yes, sir. Because Paul never did. I mean, he shows in Galatians, a lot of places. I mean, he was saying, as my carnal, and I had to die through Torah from the understanding. That's when he got the knowledge, and it wasn't that he changed and say done away with, by no means. But yeah, they do their they actually do their feast. They call it the corn festival, and that's during Sukkot, and they do the sweet savory offering of the pollen of the corn. And they stay out 7 days and 7 nights. It's awesome. It's beautiful.
It's like they have that ancient handed down tradition that's been washed a little bit.
Awesome. Well, brothers, that was amazing. Thank you so much for giving us the tour.
Thank you.
Praise
Shalom,
Yahweh.
shalom. Hallelujah.
Thanks for showing us your homeland here. It's beautiful.
Shalom.
Thank you for coming.
Praise Yah.
Well, we're back. That was awesome. It was amazing seeing ancient Paleo Hebrew. It was amazing seeing God's commandments etched in stone right here in New Mexico. Very thankful for Brother José and Brother Casey for showing us the way. They were like tour guides.
Yeah.
It's amazing. They're from this area, so they knew all about it. So when we
Even with the arrows, I don't think I ever would have found that without them.
no way, no how. But well, I guess with there's always a way. But anyways, we're really excited. We're gonna head out here. We're gonna probably head towards our hotel room, which is gonna be super interesting. We're gonna stay at the inn at Holona. It's gonna be in Zuni, Arizona, on a native land reservation. That's what it is. Zuni.
There's Zuni Res.
Zuni Res. We'll show you the Zuni res in a bit. Shalom.